Hello students, in continuations with your chapter 3, that is the aids of industrializations. Now you turn your book to page 46, Decline in India's textile trade. Before the British came to India, production was carried out in the artisan's home. Weavers were given advances by the merchants and the finished product was given back to the merchants who carried to the ports. And here the supply merchants bargained for the best price and sold the clothes to the best European buyers. And from the ports, the clothes was carried by the export merchants to these international markets. However, by the 1750s, this system of trade started declining. Omzia chu India kha industry lama alo no fual big reng lo ti kha kan sia mase British how in India aron op nu khan Indian rama khanin andu dan tan in rawan ron rel ta ati chuanin Indian textile industry te po kha alo tla chetran ta ane Indian textile industry tlak chet chan te kha kan en hodon ane. Let's see some of the reasons for the declines of this textile industry. Loss of royal patronage. Gradual disappearance of Indian rulers led to the disintegrations of handicrafts and industries as they were the main patrons of artisans and craft persons. Indian lalte rorel tu te kharin an industry te kha atira chuan an ngai ven puin an tuipui em thina ni mase anua khanin khatianga nga an tuipui thin kha an ti top the tlat me ani chuwang chuanin Indian industry te kha achak tur ang khan achak thei talawa an lalten an tho pui thin na kha an nei tak lo awangin mo chuwang chuanin industry kha an lo hlauta ani. Point number 2, industrializations in Britain. The old methods of small-scale, family-based productions with simple tools could not compete with the production in the steam or electric-powered factories. The British mill-made cloth was cheap and of fine qualities. This resulted in the growing popularity of British goods in India. Industrialization in Britain kan soito ang khanin Britain khanin industrial revolution thleng masa in khola te factory te khan an changkangin an nga em me ani mo chuanin an ram op te kha an ngai ven lova an ngai thani Indian ram house sang te po kha an lana sa ni kan ti to kha chumia wang chuanin Indian rama an industry Indian meeting in an siam industry te an cottage industry te nen khan an compete an elevate heilawani a in that leilu tuka chuwang chuanin an industry atanga an siam chua ho kha hral atave theilo hral akal ve lo ani chu British ho thil siam chua kha alo tlom jok boxia alo tlom bok si nen khanin chuwang chuanin Indian industry khan akhan ngang lawa khai khin rol ani lawani tiro. Okay, point number 3, Britain's rise as a political power. By the 1760s, the East India Company EEIC emerged as the paramount political power in India, and the company started pressurizing Indian artisans to sell their goods at a cheap price. They developed a system of management and control that eliminated competitions and ensured regular supplies of cotton and silk at low prices. This was done by the systematically eliminating the existing margins connected with the clothes trade and directly dealing with the weavers. Let's see the gomatas. Gomatas were appointed to supervise the weavers, collect supplies and ensure the qualities of clothes. These gomatas gave advance to the weavers on behalf of the British, due to which weavers were forced to sell the clothes to this EEIC. Under the ever-mounting pressure exerted by the company's coercive tactics, these artisans were forced to give up their traditional crafts. Okay? Indian Rama Khan British Haukadin political power and ti chuanin British sumdong Paul in zom khom kan ti East India Company te kha an lo om ta ti chuan an thil siam ni se British ho thil siam kha mantlom tak tak te le tlo box sin an siam chuak ta ni ti chuan an hral chuaka Indian mi te siam chuak kha a khanin chia sang tak tak an choi tir le thung ani custom duties ten impose a Indian thil siam chuak biga khanin British ho khanin chia tam tak tak an choi tir thin ani chu chu wang chuanin an bung ruwa kha manto tak taka an hral pha kha angai ta ni chutiang chuanin British ho khanin Indian mi te chunga khanin rawan rel ta ani chu chuan ti chuan gomathas te andina gomathas ho hi puan ta tu te vil tu endik tu te an nia ti chuan an puan ta te an puan than siam moi tak tak te kha mantlom tak takin ti lui na in English East India Company hna khanin an hral tir ta thin ani chuwang chuanin Indian industry kha atlak chiat pha ta ni and next we go to protectionist policies of the British towards their native industry. The British followed the protectionist policy to safeguard their industry. The industry groups lobbied to impose import duties on the cotton textile from India so that Manchester textile could be a cheaper options for the British customer. Increased duties made the Indian goods high-priced and eventually the Indian craft merchants lost their markets in Britain. Okay. British ho khanin and this an industry kha an veng him thabi ka an mani industry kha chung nung zo ka ni ti chian nan khanin dan te an siamani and next we go to loss of raw materials. With the industrializations in England, Indians became an exporters of raw materials. These raw materials such as cotton were now used to feed the industries in England. Okay. Indian man raw materials tam takha Britain khan anthon thlazung zunga ti chuan Indian mi te khan raw materials te kha anlo tlacham ta ni and next let's see this establishment of heavy industries discouraged. The British government did not encourage the establishment of heavy industries in India such as heavy machinery, iron and steel. These industries were necessary for rapid industrializations and without them industrial development in India was stalled. Okay. British ho khanin Indian rama khanin industry lian te kha din an phal sak lo ani Indian ina an industry ti changtlung na ma an lak te po kha an phal sak lo wa Indian mi te kha an industry kha Indian mi te industry kha yam reng se andu ani and next we go to rise of Indian industries and the Swadeshi movement. British ho khanin Indian mi te kha nasat takin khwa khir tum ma sela kong sang atangin mason na an lo nei via kum 1850 atanga 1855 a khanin cotton mill te jute mill te coal mines te kha an lo siam thar ta ni ti chuan 1854 a khanin Ford's cotton mill industry alo om ve ta ni Indian rama cotton mill masaber kha Bombay spinning mill ania chumi din tu chu Kawasji Nana by Dover ani ti chuan 1879 me chuanin cotton mill kha 56 lai alo om ta ani chuan 1882 khanin jute mill kha 22 ngot me an lo din boka chuan 1880 khanin cotton mines coal mines lungal thei khur kha Indian ram chunga khanin somnga paruk lai me kha an lo din bok ani chuan 1894 atanga 1895 chung khanin cotton mill kha alo tam le zwala za somli pali ngot me alo om le ta ni ti chuan jute mill kha 28 tling chawin ti chuan coal mines kha 123 ngot mai alo om ta bawk ani ti chuan Indian rama khan industry khan masawn na tam tak mai alo nei ta ani ti chuanin 1930 na tanga 1940 na khanin cotton mills kha ai tam le zwal engzan nge zan hi somli paruk ngot mai kha alo om ta ni jute mill ni se 26 lai mai alo om chawa ti chuan coal mines a ringot po khanin na thok tu kha nuai chuang fe kha anom ani Indian ram chuanin hmana sak takin a ron sawn chho zela kum 1890 khanin industry lian ve tak tak mai kan ti petroleum industry te manganese te mica te saltpeter te alo om ve ta ni ti chuan rice te le timber mill industry alo te kha lo om bel zel boka engineering te railway workshop te iron and brass foundries te an lo din bel zel bok ani manufacturing industries kan ti iron and steel industry te po kha indo pui pakhat na a thlen dawn khanin an lo din to bok ani ti chuan industrial policy kha 1948 le 1950 kuma khanin an siama abik takin arms and ammunitions te atomic energy railways coal iron and steel industry te dan felfai takin sarkar in siam ani ti chuanin the second 5-year plans 1856 to 51 te an siama industry lian din na tur khanin he an 5-year plan siam kha focus alo nei ta bok ani and next we go to these conditions of the working class in India. Okay, the low level of living and working conditions of Indian workers was recognized by officials as well as non-official writers. The overcrowding and sanitary conditions prevailing among these industrial workers was virulently criticized by these nationalists in India as well. These large portions of these workers were in debt due to their inability to maintain themselves and their families with the low wages they got. So the Indians, the vast majorities of workers get wages which is not enough to provide them with the meanest necessities of life. The workers of Indians are unprotected against the risks of this sickness, unemployment, old age, and death. Okay, Indian rama na thok tu te din mun hi achalo hle a na thok tu te hi atlang puin lo nei tu re thei tak tak te ania artisans kan ti an kut them thiam na manga eizong thin tla cheta te kha ania an chen na in ni se athiang lim lo hle a pindan pakhata chung kwa in an om khoma an cheng howa an hrisel na lam ni se an ngai tu om mema an dam lo chung changa te zir na ni se mo an hrisel na chung changa ni se British sarkar khanin angai tu lo ani angai ven bok lo ani mo an na tho chung changa ni se hlo tlem te an chung ko ei khop po mu zo lo in le nge lo nei lovin na thok tur bulbal mu zo lovin an om thin ani chu wang chuanin chhungkwa kha leiba in an khata ti chuan British sarkar khanin an din mun siam than na tur khanin dan te kha han siam ve ama se an dan siam hianin working class ho hi aveng him ve tak tak lo ani thil tha a thlen sak tak tak lo ti na ni chu tiang zong awang chuanin Indian rama working class ho kha she om takin din mun re thei takin an om ani ke khati zong kha voina kan explain thei chu ni tikhanin age of industrialization chu kan zo ta thank you all.